Sean's son's medical records leaking and everybody seeing and hearing about what's on them does not cancel her. I don't know what else at this point will. Like,
it all started with a video that should have never seen the light of day. 1 minute, Chrisean Rock was posting selfies, living her chaotic but confident life. And the next, her name was trending worldwide for all the wrong reasons. A leaked medical document suddenly hit the internet like a bombshell, claiming she wasn't ready to be a mother, mentally or emotionally. And to make matters worse, a voiceover video surfaced allegedly recorded by someone close to her saying she didn't even want that baby. In just hours, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok exploded with reactions. Fans were heartbroken. Haters were celebrating. And insiders, they whispered about a betrayal from someone inside her own camp. Was it Blueface? Was it a jealous ex-friend? Or someone from the hospital staff? Everyone wanted to know who leaked these private medical records, and more importantly, why now? But the most chilling
Chrisean Rock's baby, Chrisean Rock Jr., allegedly medical report is being released and has gotten people talking. Let's talk about it. Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So if you guys don't know who Chrisean Rock is, then please go do your research and anyway. That's all I'm just going to say. But Chrisean, we know, if you know her, you know her story. But Chrisean, what has gotten everybody talking is the fact that now allegedly, I'm putting it there because it has not been confirmed if this is true, allegedly medical report of what a son has.
Part. The video hints that this leak was just phase 1. The truth behind this scandal is darker than anyone expected. And if you think Chrisean's been dragged before this time, it might break her completely. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear will flip the entire story upside down. It wasn't too long ago that Chrisean Rock was trending for everything except her baby. 1 week she was beefing with Blueface online. The next, she was at the dentist talking about Kaylani. And in between, she was trying to convince the world she had it all together. Her fans believed her. Her followers reposted her every tearful live. But behind the filters and emotional outbursts, insiders say Chrisean was struggling deeply. She had just given birth to her baby boy, who she calls Junior. And while everyone expected a new mom glow, those close to her saw something else. Panic, exhaustion, Sources from her inner circle claim Chrisean was crying uncontrollably after hospital visits, screaming at people to get away from her baby, and refusing to let even family hold him. Some said it was just postpartum stress. Others whispered darker things, that she regretted everything. But here's where it starts to spiral. According to multiple insiders, Blueface had already distanced himself, though he was publicly mocking her on social media. Privately, he was allegedly blocking her calls and refusing to see the child. Chrisean felt abandoned in that emotional vacuum. Her mental health started deteriorating. She started posting erratically again, going live at random hours, talking to the camera like she was in survival mode. But wait, gets worse. Just days before the leak, Chrisean reportedly had an emotional breakdown during a closed-door therapy session. She allegedly confessed to being overwhelmed and cried, "I don't even know if I'm supposed to be a mom right now." The therapist made notes. The nurse outside heard the screams. Someone in the room recorded the audio. And somehow, that audio made its way to the internet. But the twist, that clip wasn't the only thing that surfaced. Suddenly, a full set of confidential medical records.
Because we don't know, Chrisean has a baby, and there's been speculation going on around since she had the baby, that the baby has some type of condition and all that. So allegedly, it's been said that the medical report has been released by unknown person, allegedly, and it's been said that the child has like allegedly an alcohol withdrawal syndrome.
Records, including her psychiatric evaluations, postpartum assessments, and even prescriptions started circulating online, pixelated but horrifyingly real. The documents claimed she was mentally unstable, that she suffered from severe mood swings, and even suggested temporary child welfare evaluation. Fans were stunned. How did something that private get leaked? But the real kicker: the documents were allegedly accessed through a hospital login traced back to someone in Chrisean's own circle. Not a stranger, not a hacker, someone who knew her, who had access, and who wanted revenge. And that's when the finger started pointing. At first, everyone thought it was Blueface. He had motive, history, and no filter. But then, one of Chrisean's former friends, Tesehki, her own sister, posted a cryptic story. Sometimes the truth needs to come out, even if it hurts. Don't play the victim if you ain't ready to admit your part. That one post sent fans into full-on detective mode. Was Tesehki the leaker? Was she trying to save Junior? Or was this all a clout move? Meanwhile, Chrisean went completely silent. No tweets, no lives, no stories, nothing. And that silence, it said more than any rant could, because Chrisean's silent is rare. It's unheard of, terrifying, and to her fans it was the biggest red flag of all. Some believed she was hiding. Others feared she was breaking dot. But behind closed doors, things were way worse than anyone expected. An alleged friend of the family came forward with even more disturbing claims. She told a gossip page that Chrisean had been screaming at her baby, saying things like, "I didn't sign up for this. I can't do this alone. It's better off with someone else." Were those real quotes? Just part of a cruel smear campaign? Nobody could say for sure, but the damage was done. And the internet? It was eating this up like wildfire. The baby who was once Chrisean's redemption story had now become the center of a storm that could end her career. And just when things couldn't get worse. The first viral video dropped. It showed a blurred version of her medical records, with a robotic voice reading line by line. Patient expresses detachment from newborn. Exhibits signs of postpartum instability. Family intervention recommended. And boom, within minutes, it had 1.7 million views. Twitter blew up. YouTube exploded. Even Facebook aunties had something to say. But the question on everyone's mind wasn't just what was in the records, was who leaked them and why now? Because if you think this was random, baby, you have no idea what's coming next. It was around 2:13 a.m. when the second video dropped. This one, even darker. Even more damning that it started with a black screen, eerie music, and then a voice note. Allegedly Chrisean's. She sounded broken, desperate, and defeated. "I swear to God, I wasn't ready. They told me it would feel right. I can't even look at him sometimes." The voice cracked mid-sentence. She said,
and some people are saying that the child also has drug withdrawal and all that. And this has struck entire conversation, which we're going to go into and break it down. But this has struck entire conversation of people talking about what the condition of the child probably is allegedly, and what help the child will need, and how Chrisean has been lying.
She sounded like she was crying, maybe whispering, maybe hiding. Fans were paralyzed. Was it really her? And if it was, who was she talking to? Then the screen faded into footage, never before seen clips of Chrisean pacing back and forth in her living room. She looked stressed, hair undone, pacing while holding her baby monitor. The subtitles on the video read, "I didn't want this. Life. I was supposed to be a star, not a mother at 23. The comment section exploded. "Whoa, this is deep. She really going through it? Wait, she said she didn't want him? Where TF is CPS? This is scary now. Y'all better stop before she does something she can't undo." But the biggest shock came when a new voice popped in off camera. And that voice, it belonged to Blueface. "You said you was ready. Now you talking like you're not? Don't drag me into this *T. Yes, that's what pushed it all over the edge. Fans realized this video wasn't just a leak. was a private fight. Someone, somewhere, recorded their real-life argument and put it online. A source close. To the situation told gossip blogger Shady Live, that clip is from when they got into it after Junior's third-week checkup. She broke down and started yelling. Blueface walked out and slammed the door. But how the hell did that moment make it online? Here's where the twist hits. An anonymous Instagram user posted a thread the same night. Y'all want to know who's leaking all this? It's not Blueface. It's not the sister. It's her. Screenshots included DM conversations where Chrisean allegedly sent voice notes and clips to someone she trusted, a longtime friend named Marissa, who she used to room with before fame. Marissa had been silent for months. No socials, no activity. Just a blank IG with 2 followers. But now, she was back, and she had receipts. A voice note from Chrisean played in the leaked conversation. I just need someone to talk to. Sometimes I feel like giving him up would be better than raising him like this. The internet collapsed. Was this real? Was it faked? Did Chrisean send these as cries for help, or was this sabotage? Marissa dropped one last bomb in her post before disappearing again. You let fame ruin you, but I'm not gonna let you ruin that baby too. By morning, the hashtag #ChrisEan unfit mom was trending on Twitter. People started digging up old lives, old fights, even her hospital birth video, looking for signs. Someone clipped a moment where she handed Junior off mid-live and whispered, "Just take him before I snap." Whether she meant it or not, nobody cared. The internet had already made up its mind. Even celebs jumped in. Summer Walker posted, "I feel for sis, but motherhood ain't a joke. Them babies feel everything." Cardi B tweeted and deleted, "Don't record everything. Some of y'all need private healing, not public trauma." Even J. Cole liked a tweet that said, "Protect black boys even from their own moms." But the most brutal response came from none other than Carlisa.
Okay, who's out here breaking HIPAA laws? Apparently, there's some medical records of Chrisean and her baby floating around, and I don't know if it's true. This is all alleged, but I'm just gonna share what I learned. Maybe, allegedly.
Lisa, Blueface's mother. She went live the next morning, sipping tea and dragging Chrisean for 43 straight minutes. That girl didn't want no baby. She wanted attention. She don't need a child. She need therapy. And I've been said that since day one. And Blue, he tried. But you can't help somebody who's stuck in the spotlight and lost in the dark. Went viral instantly. Over 3.8 million views in less than 24 hours. People started calling for CPS. Forums were flooded. Fake reports were filed. And fans began noticing something even scarier. Chrisean still hadn't posted anything. No defense. No denial. No clapback. Just ... silence. And then one tweet appeared. "I don't owe anybody anything. I'll don't know me. Keep my son out your mouth." But it was too late. Another massive leak dropped that night. A blurry image of Chrisean in the hospital. Reportedly during a psychiatric hold, the caption read, "Admitted for extreme postpartum psychosis. Baby temporarily in custody of relative Again, nobody could verify it. But did it stop people from believing it? Hell no. But here's the thing everyone missed while dragging her online. There was one detail hidden in the footage. Almost like an Easter egg, something fans wouldn't catch unless they watched the original. Video frame by frame in the background of one clip. Right behind the baby's crib was a small camera mounted on the wall. Blinking red. A nanny cam. Recording everything. So now the question is, who has access to those tapes? Because insiders now say this drama isn't over. The next leak might reveal something even more disturbing. And whoever has those full nanny cam files, they're sitting on a gold mine. And the next drop might not just ruin Chrisean. It could change custody forever. The internet was already burning. But then, the nanny cam footage dropped. Nobody saw it coming. No warning, no trailer. No leak page promo. Just a random 12-second clip uploaded by a faceless Twitter account called @TruthForJunior-. And within 6 minutes, it had crossed 2 million views. In the footage, Chrisean Rock is seen in her living room shirt, half-worn, hair messy, pacing back and forth. Baby Junior is lying in his bassinet. You hear her talking, not screaming, not crying, just ... talking to herself. "You've gone grow up and hate me anyway. Why I even bother? He Blueface ain't coming back. He don't care. None of them do." Then she kneels down in front of the baby. "Don't look at me like that. I ain't your superhero." Boom. Freeze frame. Video ends. The clip was grainy, the audio low, but it was real. And that realness made it unbearable to watch. People were triggered. Fans were crying. Others were furious. Social media imploded. Hashtags started flying. Hashtag Save Junior. Hashtag Chris EAN Meltdown. Hashtag POSTPARTUM Pain or Neglect. And
When you become a mother or father, but in this case we're talking about mothers, when you become a mother, your life changes.
And then came the TikTok explosion. Content creators dissected every single frame. Trauma coaches, mental health advocates, mommy bloggers, everyone jumped in. A viral TikToker named @DRMAMAEMPATH stitched the video and said, "This isn't drama. This is a breakdown. That girl needs serious help, not public humiliation." But then came the most controversial post of all. A screenshot of what appeared to be a Child Protective Services report allegedly submitted just 2 days ago, with a note attached, "Infant seen unattended. Mother appears emotionally detached. Investigation pending." Again, no verification, but nobody needed proof anymore. The public opinion court had spoken. Chrisean was guilty. And just when things couldn't get more twisted, a bombshell tweet dropped from an unexpected source, Blueface's new girl, JAIDYN. Yes, the same woman who's been beefing with Chrisean since 2022. She tweeted, "Some of y'all need to stop acting like she's the victim. She put that baby on live when he was crying and said this MF, annoying? That's real. Y'all just didn't want to believe it." People started digging, and sure enough, they found the clip that an old IG live where Junior was crying in the background, and Chrisean, clearly overwhelmed, laughed and said, "He walled in right now. Like, bruh, take a nap or something? Damn, it's isolated." It sounded harmless. But now, in context of the leaks, breakdowns, medical records, and nanny cam footage, it sounded like neglect. And the pressure, it reached its breaking point. The very next day, Chrisean's Instagram went dark. Her profile pic vanished. All her posts deleted. The bio changed to, "Don't call me a mother if you never asked how I was doing as a woman." And right after that, the final twist dropped. A private podcast episode got leaked. An unreleased interview Chrisean recorded a month before giving birth for a wellness podcast that never aired, and in that recording she said this, "I never wanted to be like my mom. She had all them kids and still felt alone. I thought having a baby would change everything. But now I'm scared I turned into her." You could hear her choking up. "Some days I hold my stomach and cry. Not 'cause I'm excited, but 'cause I feel trapped. I love him already, but I don't know if I love me anymore." The internet froze. For the first time, people weren't angry. They were conflicted. Is Chrisean a villain or a victim of her own chaos? Blueface didn't respond. Her sister Tesehki disappeared again. The hospital made a vague statement. "We do not comment on patient records or personal data." An internal investigation is underway regarding any unauthorized access, but the damage was already done. Celebs started backtracking. Bloggers softened their tone. Even some fans who are dragging her now started trending.
You need to change, to adapt, to make sure that you are putting your child above yourself.
Hashtag #SuperTreesian, hashtag POSTPARTUM is real #mental healthmaters. It was too late to undo the storm. Reports now say CPS is involved, though unofficially. And some sources claim Junior is temporarily staying with a maternal aunt. As for Chrisean, it's allegedly in a wellness retreat, somewhere off-grid, away from cameras, away from drama. But here's the thing, There's still one leak that hasn't dropped yet, the nanny cam footage. That went viral. That was only clip 1. Rumors say there are 5 more clips. Longer, rawer, more emotional, and someone, maybe Marissa. Maybe someone else is holding those files like grenades. And when those explode, it might be the end of everything. Not just for Chrisean, but for her career, her baby, and the legacy she thought she was building. As the smoke from the nanny cam leaks spread like wildfire. Social media transformed into a war zone. On one side, Chrisean's loyal fans calling her a victim, a fighter, a woman pushed too far. On the other, a tidal wave of angry voices demanding answers, accountability, and even custody removal. #Chrisean Rock was trending at #1 on Twitter. But not for a music release or viral moment this time. It was pure public judgment. The most viral tweet of the day. Chrisean Rock is proof that unhealed trauma births more trauma. That baby deserves peace, not pain. 10.4 million views, 3.6 million likes, and 100K retweets. But then came the counterpunch. Y'all are quick to cancel. A black woman struggling with postpartum but worship men who abandon their kids. Keep it real. Just like that, a new fan war erupted. Team Protect Junior versus Team Protect Chrisean was ablaze. One video, titled Chrisean Rock, Victim or Villain, got 7.2 million views in 3 hours. It stitched old clips of her, crying, cutting her hair, praying, singing lullabies, and then juxtaposed them with the leaked videos, hospital rumors, and baby cam footage. The comment section turned into a courtroom. This is heartbreaking. She clearly needs help, not hate. Nah, you cry one day and ignore your baby the next. Not okay. Where TF is Blueface in all this? Why isn't he being dragged too? Even celebrities were forced to pick sides. Kehlani posted a story with just one sentence. Postpartum isn't a crime. Silence isn't healing. Lizzo tweeted, mental health is real. Black moms deserve support, not surveillance. But then Hazily clapped back. Don't bring mental health into this to excuse negligence. Y'all wasn't in the room with that baby. Meanwhile, gossip blogs were eating this up. The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and On Site dropped back-to-back carousels of quotes, fan edits, and alleged insider statements. One anonymous source told Hollywood Unlocked, Chrisean's been spiraling since week 2. She begged Blueface to take the baby, and when he refused, she snapped. The family's been begging her to get help. Even radio hosts jumped in. On The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne Thagat said, listen, I feel for Shorty. But there comes a point when sympathy turns into enabling. That child don't deserve to be raised in chaos, period. And Envy added, this ain't even about clout anymore. This is about that baby's safety. Meanwhile, brands began to quietly distance themselves. An upcoming deal Chrisean had with a fitness brand was allegedly paused indefinitely. A collab with a baby care company dropped without announcement. And fans noticed one by one sponsorship links disappeared from her Instagram bio. But it wasn't just brands. Her music streams dropped 43%. In 2 days, YouTube comments on her videos turned ugly. You got time to rap but not raise your son. You ain't a rock. You're crumbling, sis. This ain't it. Like, help. Before you lose everything. And yet, despite all the hate, some voices got louder in her defense. A viral Instagram post from a doula page read, "What we're witnessing isn't drama. It's a public display of postpartum mental collapse, exacerbated by fame, isolation, and betrayal. Shame on everyone turning this into content." Others began sharing postpartum awareness resources, tagging Chrisean, hoping she'd see . Then came the petition.yesa, real petition on change.org, titled "Place Baby Junior in Safe Hands Until." Chrisean Rock is mentally fit within 48 hours. It had 123,000 signatures opposing it. Another petition, "Stop Bullying Chrisean Support Black Maternal Health," with 76,000 signatures and counting. But while fans debated, cried, canceled, and clapped back, one voice was still completely silent. Chrisean's single quotes as "and that silence." It was driving people insane. News outlets started circling. TMZ posted an update that a follow-up interview with a child psychologist is scheduled this week. Page 6 quoted an insider saying Chrisean might appear on live this weekend to address everything, but only if her team allows it. But then a new account popped up, Pat Jr. Truth Archive - with a promise. The next clip drops at 9 p.m. EST. This one will end the internet, and in the pinned tweet, a blurry photo. It looked like Chrisean on the floor, curled up, arms around herself, and something dark near the crib. No context, no caption, just this: "You've only seen one side. Now see?" What really happened when the cameras were off? And suddenly, all the rage, the sympathy, the division turned into anticipation. Because what's coming next might just be the most heartbreaking twist yet. 9 p.m. Est, millions were refreshing their screens. Influencers canceled lives. TikTokers held their breath. Hashtag Junior Truthsearch was trending #1 in the US. And then it dropped. The final clip. The video begins in silence. No music, no captions, just static and the faint hum of a baby monitor. Then Chrisean walks into frame. It's night. She looks exhausted. Hoodie on, slippers dragging. She's holding Junior in her arms. She sits down slowly, rocks him. Doesn't say a word. At first, it seems peaceful, almost healing. But then she starts talking. "You ain't asked to be here, huh? None of this your fault." Her voice trembles. "I'm trying, I swear. I just wish someone had asked if I was okay. Just once." Then she breaks down. Right there on camera, sobbing, rocking, begging the baby to forgive her. "I love you. I swear I love you. I just don't know how to be somebody's peace when I'm still fighting my own war." Fans were stunned. The comments paused. The memes stopped. And then the final 30 seconds hit like a gut punch. She places Junior in his crib, kisses him, then turns toward the nanny cam and stares directly into the lens. "If you're watching this, I know what you did. I know who leaked it. And I hope you sleep at night knowing you broke me." Fade to black. No outro, no watermark. It's just silence. And the world, it froze. Fans who were dragging her hours ago started apologizing. Haters went quiet. Supporters broke down. The entire narrative flipped. TikTokers now claimed the leaks were a setup. Bloggers began questioning, was this all a smear campaign to destroy Chrisean? Some even speculated Blueface's team orchestrated the footage drops to build a custody case. And then the bomb dropped. A voice message allegedly from Maris leaked hours later. In it, she says, "I didn't mean for it to go that far. I just wanted people to know she needed help. But now they tried to use it to take her baby. I think I made it worse." The betrayal was complete. Someone who claimed to help may have triggered the very thing she feared, losing Junior. But here's the wildest part. One final message appeared on Chrisean's backup Twitter account, a page she hadn't used in years, that the tweet simply said they wanted a monster. So I gave them my wounds. Nothing more. No follow-up. No photo. No @mentions. And that was enough to send fans spiraling into theories. Did she plan this? Did she know she was being watched? Was this her final act tour? Her fight back? Nobody knows. But what we do know is this. The custody hearing is now officially scheduled. Sources say Blueface will attend in person. And CPS is reviewing all public materials and the nanny cam footage. That's now evidence. But what's next? Insiders say Chrisean's team is preparing a tell-all interview. Uncut, raw, live. And she's naming names. So if you thought this was the end, Johnny. Yeah, tow trailer THA. Because the real war is just getting started. And now, we turn it to you. After everything you just witnessed, from the leaked medical files to the nanny cam bombshells to the shocking voice notes and Chrisean's emotional collapse, what do you believe? Is this a mother breaking under pressure? For a woman being set up by the very people who claim to love her? Does Chrisean deserve compassion or consequences? Should Blueface step in and take full custody of Junior? Or is he just as guilty for abandoning both of them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything, and trust. This story is far from over. There's another leak coming, another insider threatening to go live, and rumors are swirling that a judge has already reviewed the footage you just saw tonight. So make sure you hit that like button if you think mental health deserves more attention. Then if you want exclusive updates before the next drop, subscribe. And turn on your notifications right now, because the next episode, it might just change everything. And Johnny will be right here to break it down, every messy, jaw-dropping, heartbreaking moment. Till then, stay safe and keep your eyes on the timeline, because the next viral bomb could drop any second.